we are very pleased now to have our friend Malka Shabtai in the studio, the anthropologist and filmmaker. Just spent several months in Brazil engaging with various communities, and she is here to talk about her latest experience. Hello, Malka.
Hello, Emily.
Good to see you. So I know you were just emotional watching this piece. You just got back from Brazil, where you were in the Amazon and also in an archipelago where, you know, a lot of sea around. Tell us about your experience, you know, being in Brazil and the people that you were with.
This time I came to Brazil for three main purposes. One was to have a tour with my first film throughout Brazil, from Bahia to Rio, São Paulo, Amazonia, Pernambuco, and the like, and film festival. But the two main Jewish issues that brought me back to Brazil were to continue my research that I began in 2010 with Moroccan Jews in Amazonia who immigrated there since the 18th century. 1,000 families immigrated from Morocco to Amazonia to come as foreign workers. And there are 14 cemeteries throughout Amazonia. And there is a lot to say. I translated a book from Portuguese to Hebrew together with my friend David Salgado, telling the story of Moroccan Jews, who wrote by a professor, Samuel Ben Shimol. But there was one issue that kept me intrigued. I took a lot of footage when I was in 2010, but I still didn't do anything with it. I waited for a sign. This time, when I came to Brazil, to the film festival in Belém, which is a city in Amazonia, I got a call, an invitation to come and visit Breves. Breves is a city in the archipelago of Marajó, telling me that there are descendants of Moroccan Jews throughout this area. And although in the book of Samuel Ben Shimol it's written that it is estimated that there are 300,000 descendants of Jews who keep them Moroccan Jewish names, although they live now as Catholics or evangelists, they are still there remembering their origin. So I decided to fly 45 minutes with little plane to the city of Breves. It is 12 hours by boat. And wow. I met with my host, history teacher, Iria Shukroun. She dedicated her life collecting stories of Moroccan Jewish families that came to Amazonia. To make it to say it very shortly, I start meeting people. For example, family Botbol, family Sarafi, which is Asraf, Gabay, Ben Shimol, Ben Tolila. And I start interviewing people to understand what does it mean to be descendants of Moroccan Jews, when their Jewish practices has been stopped to be part of their life and they become Catholics or evangelists. What are the main reasons that created this life history, which is different with the two main big Jewish communities still exist in Belém and Manaus. And I also wanted to understand what does it mean to be a Jew very deep in Amazonia. So we took a boat, Lancha Rapido, motorboat, 3 hours each direction. Now, the most exciting moment for me was to get into a Christian cemetery and find Jewish matzevot, tombs, wow. All over the place, broken, not protected, within an active Christian cemetery. And I had with me very important anthropologist.
Okay, and we're going to stop at that because we have to go to break, and people are going to have to stay tuned. Stay on the edge of your seat for the rest of this story. We'll be right back. Welcome back, and we are here once again with Malka, here to finish this captivating story. Yes.
So in the cemetery, I found that it's written in Hebrew, and I start reading what it says in Hebrew, describing the people that were buried there, but I also identified family names.
You're just really a Renaissance woman, so you've also been spending years with communities in Ethiopia, and congratulations on finishing your film. Tell us about the exciting news.
Actually, this year I'm celebrating 40 years since I began working with Ethiopian Jews in Israel and in Ethiopia. But in the last 4 years, I've been working intensively with a special Beta Israel community of Kachane and Semi and Shoah. I did anthropological research, and the community decided that they want to share their story. And we went into a big project to make a film in which they share their story with our special hero, who is the artist who made this piece,
beautiful.
and other leaders of the community. And at the same time, we work with an amazing editor in the US to write a book, to write a full, deep book about the history, culture, and the other stories. And next week, thanks God, we have a delegation coming from the community for the inauguration of the film, and from that they will meet other decision makers and the Israeli public in different ways.
Wow. Malka, thank you so much, and congratulations. I know this has been years of work with this film, and I know you're going to do a follow-up film about the Moroccan community and also Anita Levinsky, which we'll talk about coming. But anyway, kol hakavod, and thanks again for sharing your journeys and all of your wonderful work that you're doing for the world and the communities that need help.
Toda rabba.